Okay, some interesting news has emerged from developer Shift Up. They're saying that they're quote unquote considering releasing Stellar Blade on the PC. Obviously, it's currently exclusive to PlayStation 5 and PS5 Pro. Excellent game. Well, just the way things are going, John, it's almost certainly going to be coming on PC, and this is kind of just a hint of things to come. Um, we've got concerns, though, obviously, simply due to the fact it's an Unreal Engine game. We were talking about it in the Slack channel yesterday.
Mm.
Alex is concerned about it. But with that said, this is like the smoothest Unreal Engine game. Well, actually, Lego Horizon's actually very, very smooth as well.
Yeah.
But this is actually a really strong performer on PlayStation 5. And you would hope that
Mm.
that would transition across to PC. But who
The
knows?
problem, though, Rich, is that this is still Unreal Engine 4 based, right? And uh, as a result, like UE4 on PC specifically has always proven to be somewhat troublesome in terms of the dreaded stutter struggle, has it not? Especially when dealing with
Yes.
games with large environments like this. But we also know it's not impossible to eliminate those. So there is still some hope, and hopefully at this point they're aware of what's been done. Uh, but these guys, it's really difficult to say how that's going to turn out. We really can't guess for sure. We just know that there are those potential weak points with these big open UE4 based games where it could become an issue. But you're right, on console at least, it is a very performant game, especially on the Pro now, but even in the original. And I think it makes a lot of sense on PC. I think this is a really phenomenal game. I actually would say, despite the attention that Black Myth got, and it was good as well, I think this is a much better game overall. Uh,
Oh, really?
yeah, like the game itself, the whole experience is really good. In this, it's definitely one of the best games I've played this entire year, I would say. It's really, really well done. Like the action is super
Hmm.
tight, well designed. The storytelling, the level design, it's all really, really well done. It is not just a Soul style game either. It's its own thing. It has elements of that, but it's also very much its own thing in a way that Wukong is less so. I felt like that was very much trying to be a Souls like game in a lot of ways. And it was good as well, but it just didn't grab me in the same way as this one, I would say, overall. So I
Interesting.
really hope that they can pull this off on PC properly, because I think there's a big audience there, as sales of a lot of these games have proven, right? I think more than like releasing God of War Ragnarok or something, this would probably do better on PC.
Well, actually, Shift Up agree with you because they're talking that this whole conversation happened in a Q&A session from its quarterly financial results, according to Video Games Chronicle, and the release is being considered within 2025, considering recent trends such as Steam's
Mm.
expanding market share in the AAA game sector and the global success of Black Myth Wukong. We expect the performance on PC to exceed that on consoles. That's pretty bullish stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, Oliver, thoughts?
Well, I guess I'd ask John a question first, which would be like on PS5 Pro, you're basically
Yeah.
happy with that version, right? Like that's kind of
Extremely happy. Yeah.
yeah. So that's giving you kind of the image quality and performance that maybe you would expect out of a PC version. So maybe that's the way to go here. My concern here would be that given it's a UE4 title, could have issues with shader comp, could have issues with traversal
Oh
stutter,
yeah.
big time. We do see some traversal stutter issues on console, but some of them seem to show up only on PC. Like we were testing Jedi Survivor recently, me and Alex, and I've been testing it on PS5 and PS5 Pro there. And the Kobo run, the infamous Kobo run, which previously we did not do too much testing on console, we finally did that on console, and it's just about perfect on console at 60 FPS
Right.
on a CPU that's equivalent to a Ryzen 5 3600, roughly speaking. On my 13700K machine, which is a much, much higher end CPU, obviously, than what's present in the consoles, it stutters very badly. And indeed, the entire game stutters very badly, especially with ray tracing turned on. It's a real stutter fest there. Not very good. And there are some problems with animation stutter as well. So yeah, I just have some concerns around the state of Unreal on PC. We also saw, like with Silent Hill recently, the state of how how much worse, I guess, PC can be relative to consoles, but also how bad Unreal can be on PC in particular at times. So I'd have concerns over that. And yet, at least to me, based on what John has said about Stellar Blade on PS5 Pro, my preferred option would be to just stick with the console there that's delivering a good, smooth experience and probably not have to deal with some issues that would probably pop up on the PC port.
I was just kind of amused. Sorry, I was just kind of amused by your concept of a stutterfest. A literal festival of stutter. That would be quite something, wouldn't it? Sorry, John.
No, I think
interrupted you there.
the thing that Oliver raised, it's like, Jedi Survivor is in the similar boat to this as the high-end UE4 game. But when you look at like Silent Hill 2 and others, there's UE5 is still very much in active development, right? Whereas the old UE4 stuff is not. And I feel like we never actually got a proper resolution on big scale UE4 games on PC because they've largely not run very well. There's been exceptions. Gears 5 was great. Days Gone in its current form is really good. They're definitely out there, but I feel like they're kind of the exception in terms of just like, oh yeah, you can usually expect both shader comp stutter and traversal stutter, among other things, as we see with Jedi, which is just a freaking mess still. Hopefully it won't be like that, though, because Stellar Blade never had really console problems either, like Jedi did, because Jedi did have issues at first, but it also doesn't have ray tracing. So
Jedi was really messy on consoles to begin with, at least with respect to image quality and performance in the performance mode, which was not so aptly named as it turned out, especially in the early areas. And then it got a lot better, and now we have PS5 Pro, which has its own issues, unfortunately, but at least performance is good. Performance is good there, so it has been improved quite a bit in that respect relative to how it was.